Can visualize Baba with his pink coat, white pajamas, and the little baby lamb, holding on to the little baby lamb, doing his signature blessing, saying Baba loves you all.
Signature blessing means basically pointing the two hands, the two fingers together,
Yes.
like a peacock kind
Yeah,
of
and saying Baba saying, Baba loves you all and my blessings with everyone. So Baba saying you wish to have a little chat on Mehra and Meher.
Yes,
Baba,
Baba.
correct?
Mehera, Meher, yes.
Okay. Baba says it's a very good time to speak on this as we have just passed the date of Mehra's passing and joining me on the 20th of May. Baba says humanity and mankind needs a softer approach, right? We have spoken in the past about healing, balming, and moving on from hurt with renewed energy, correct?
Correct.
Mehra was that innocence personified. She was that special energy which was required to work with me side by side. And she was also like an anchor, giving that comfort, that cushioning to everyone around. Mandali, Baba lovers. She was an extension of representation of me and my work in a very, very subtle and silent way. I have also explained in the past that there is Maya, there's illusion, which is a mirror image of the energy with which the universe is engaged and runs. It's like, the power cable
Mm.
that you plug in into a socket, and then you draw that energy through the power cable, which gets to the other end, does the work that you want completed. Like if you want light or
Mm.
you want your fan to be switched on, so you have to connect it to the main power, correct?
Correct, yeah.
So after you connect it to the mains power, the main station, and then that energy gets relayed through that cable, and then you have whatever desired effect you after, correct? Mehra was like that cable or the energy which was that innocent, that calming, cushioning energy which was all stored up. As and when that energy was required, it was drawn out through the cable. So in this case, you can say the cable represents me, correct?
Mm.
And then it flows through me, even complete
Work.
my work.
So on one side it was the stored energy of Mehra's calm, soothing, and balming, and you used it yourself as a cable to connect it to wherever it was required to be channelized
Correct,
and passed on
correct,
for calming and healing and balming.
correct.
So Mehra was the source.
She was the source. She was also that powerhouse was contained, which was required after I dropped my body. There is no handing over of lineage for an avatar, but there is a broader representation, and that broader representation did vest with Mehra. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, with my moving on and me dropping the body, there could not have been a complete disconnect
Complete void
or a
was.
void
Oh,
or a complete disconnect.
hmm.
Yes, the samadhi was there, but besides the samadhi, people also looked in a very subtle way or even a very indirect way to relate to me, probably like in a physical body. Correct?
Hmm.
So Mehra came for a purpose. Mehra came for a time where that vested energy or that powerhouse of energy had to be disseminated, correct?
Hmm.
For existing Mandali, for existing Baba lovers, and for new Baba lovers to join the bigger circle.
So the love personified.
Yeah, so love, it was like she represented me, being my closest, being the closest to me. She had a lot of, a lot of anecdotes, a lot of stories, a lot of personal information that she shared
Hmm.
in a very subtle way during the period which was the most important and sensitive time to make sure that energy or no, the what I left behind had to continue sans my physical body. So when there is a passing of a lineage, you take over from one guru to another, then you know that you look up to someone who is next in line and who's vested with that power or that spiritual empowerment, correct? But in the avataric age, there is nothing like that. But in time, that message and that avataric age cannot just come to a halt, or it cannot be stopped, correct? That has to continue.
Correct.
Mehera represented that work when I was not in physical body. Also, along with Mehera, of course, there were very, very important and very spiritually advanced Mandali members. And one of them, of course, was our Bhauji. Everybody knows that. And Bhauji continued that work. It ended with Mehra's energy joining back into me, correct?
Right.
And that will continue. That keeps continuing. You'll always have someone who will be like a first-hand reporter, right? Who has contained all the information. I won't say who's in authority, but
Custodian.
the custodian, or speaks with conviction. You know, people don't question that authority then, because one, they have gone through it in that time, in their, meeting the avatar and the rest of the Mandali members. So they have that in their memory, right? And
It's an eyewitness version.
correct, and they can only speak from what they have seen, heard, experienced, and communicate that to the existing and the new Baba lovers, right? And in saying that, when I used to do a lot of my work in seclusion, it was also to contain Maya. When I say contain Maya, I had to work with forces could have been not in sync with the work that was required to do, because that is illusion, right? Illusion or Maya will always do that, will always give you a benefit of doubt or give you a second opinion, right? Whether it should be done or not, or it should not be done, or the spiritual work for which I came, for the universe, humanity, and mankind, had to be delivered in time and going forward, right?
Right.
So I had to also contain that energy. And containing that energy is having that energy by my side all the time, or most of the time, right? And Mehra was with me in saying all the time or most of the time. So she was like striking that balance silently, which I was containing, and at the same time, at the universal level, in a very subtle way, she was doing the calming and the balming. Does that make sense?
Yes. So what I'm understanding is, while you were working to contain the illusion of the Maya, you needed someone to also parallelly support you in your work, and Mehra was providing that assistant and support through the calming effect. Baba, the best symbol which is coming in my mind is that when you use a drill machine, a lot of friction and